Good morning, man. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. This is episode number 14 here? We're trucking right along, man. Episode 13. Episode 13. This is Getting in the Green with Perfect Strangers. It is the best host on the planet. Me, Daryl, with my partner, Corey, the Grinch. How you doing, man? What's good with you, brother?
Doing good, man.
We were just talking offline, man. We was just rolling at you. Just rolling, man, and the fact that you was like, hey, no, we don't do mornings here. But we do win tickets, bruh. We do win
Yeah,
tickets.
good finish to the night last night.
Yeah, good finish to the night. Now, got my Laker cup here. Just want you to know that things are looking pretty
Upgraded from the
good.
Raider one yesterday, huh?
Yeah. After that Raiders debacle, guy on couch was like, "All right, we'll do some Lakers get up here." So we got some Lakers cups in effect, and this is probably the only cup I'm using this as my good luck cup, bruh. All right, so I probably won't wash this. Probably just use this cup every day. But yeah, yesterday was good. We did have official play on the show. We'll get into last night's games really quick here. Wasn't a big slate. Looking at last night, we did have Memphis go to Cleveland. Glad that was a lean for me, man, because I was totally wrong on that game. 110 to 106. That was a travel at the end of the game, so it probably could have gone over, maybe overtime. But Memphis does get it done. They're looking good, man. San Antonio, complete egg there that they laid against Toronto. We were both on Toronto. That was a lean for us. That one was a pretty easy hit if he would have played it. Indy lost to New York. I was off that game. Didn't really care about it. But Randall and RJ Barrett did get out and play. I believe they had 62 points combined. Phoenix got it done, 123 to 110. That was kind of scary, Corey. That was a little scary, Brad. For a minute there, I was like, okay,
They
but
let them hang around.
yeah, they hung around. And I had told myself, or I actually tweeted, it was like, yo, it's got to be deflating when you get so close. They got it down to 2 or 4 points, bro. And they just New Orleans could not get, over the hump. They just couldn't get it. Every time they got close, Phoenix kicked it in. And then, of course, we made a late play. I did have a feeling about the Lakers. Lakers minus 6.5. They got it done. They won by 8, 114 and 122. So yeah, ended the day 2-0. Good bounce back from the day before being 0-2. So this year I'm still just even. All right, so those were yesterday's games, man. Pretty good. Let's get into this week's games or this day's games. What the hell am I thinking? It's too early for this shit. See what's going on. First game. Yeah, man. First game of the day is Detroit at Charlotte. This line has just jumped up completely now. Open up. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm looking at one game, looking at the other. Apologize. It's actually Philly at Orlando. This game was at 7.5, total being 210.5. It is now at 8.5. So money is coming in on Philly, or actually the side is choosing Philly as the better side. Looking at my notes here, man. Points in the last 3 games for Philly and Orlando is significantly up. So I don't think Orlando gets to the century mark, but I would be surprised if they do. I don't have a play on this game, but my lean is the over. What do you have on this game?
Yeah, I'm waiting for Cole Anthony news here. The line suggests he's not going to play, so lean would definitely be Philly here.
You think what are your chances you think Cole plays?
Man, like probably 20%, 25% he plays.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I can't gauge Orlando at all, man. I really can't. I can't gauge them at all. I don't know when to play them, when not to play them. I just know they're a bad team. So I'm off this game for now, but I do lean the over because I'm looking at their points. Orlando's last 3 games, they're up by like 9 points overall, and Philly's up by about 10 points. Now, mind you, that was that 133-point game against Houston, right? So it could be one of those things to where Orlando just shuts down completely and Philly just kind of takes their foot off the gas. But it is a low total. We'll see what happens with that game. No play for me for right now. Next game we have on the slate, man, is the terrible, terrible, terrible Houston Rockets at Washington. This game right now is -7. The total on this game is 226. That line really hasn't moved as of yet, but I think you probably see some movement there. I got to play on this game. This is an official play for me. An official play for me right now. This is an exotic play that I'm going to try out. I do believe Kyle Kuzma is going to try to ride that wave he had just had against Charlotte. He put up 36 points, right? I'm not going to his points props here, but this is something that I had seen that I'm going to jump on. Official play is Kyle Kuzma plus 4 assists and Washington to win this game. Kyle Kuzma, 4 assists and Washington to win this game. The juice on that right now is -105. So it is cutting it close, right? But I do believe Washington can win this game. Houston's just a complete debacle right now. They're 1-9 in their last 10. They are just back to their losing ways. A little bit of argument happening within the team as well. And Washington's starting to turn around even with a lot of their set pieces out. So an official play I have on this game is Kyle Kuzma with 4 assists and Washington to win at -105. That is an official play for me. What do you got on this game?
Yeah, I'm looking. They don't have anything up yet on Price Picks for Christian Wood should have a monster game against Daniel Gafford tonight. So I do like Wood. But as far as the game goes, yeah, I mean, this should be a spot for Washington to handle business. No Spencer Dinwiddie still shouldn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Houston's not going to slow you down. So Beal might have a monster day. Kuzma could probably keep it rolling. But I do think if Houston is going to have success, it's going to be down low with Wood. So I'll probably look at some Wood props, and he's way too cheap on DraftKings tonight at, I think, 6,700.
Okay. Yeah, this should be an easy Washington win, right? I mean, 7 points seems like a lot, but it's Houston. I don't see why Houston even, it's not going to be one of those things like Milwaukee and Detroit, right? Where that was just a surprise win. I just think really Houston's in a complete dumpster fire. So I wouldn't be surprised if Washington blows them out. They played a good game against Charlotte. Charlotte's a great team. Well, I shouldn't say great. Let me pump the brakes on great, right? But they are a good enough team. They're better than Houston.
Everybody's
Charlotte's better than Houston, right? So, so I do like Washington. We'll see what this line does, but I do like that exotic prop of Kyle Kuzma, 4 assists and Washington win. Just next game we have is the Toronto Raptors at Milwaukee Bucks. This line's at 7.5, total being 225.5. Toronto got things done against San Antonio. Bucks is coming off a terrible loss against Detroit, man. This is a game also that I don't really want the action on. Common sense says that you just take the Bucks here, right? They should get it done. Toronto coming off their back-to-back. They got on a plane and traveled, right? So it should be an easy Bucks victory. But Toronto is actually looking pretty good. I mean, right now, Toronto is what? They are easily on a 3-game win streak, right? So they are finding their stride. The Bucks were on a terrible win streak as far as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 before they lost to Detroit. So I wonder if they do a Brooklyn here and bounce back heavily to where every time Brooklyn loses, comes off a loss, they come back and win. So we'll see here. We will see what this game does. But right now I'm off this game. What do you have?
I mean, for right now, I'm liking Toronto here with the points. I mean, I think this is a playoff matchup we're going to see. Toronto is finally healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, for the first time all year since we first started. So they started out the year without Siakam.
Mm-hmm.
They got hit hard with COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Barn, all these guys went out. They're healthy now, man. And they're going to give Milwaukee problems with their length. They're just across the board, man. Outside of Fred VanVleet's little stumpy arms, they have just long arms. They're athletic. Like, That guy's shaped like a T-Rex, though, man. That guy's got like he's got no arms, man. But he leads the team in. But look,
Oh
they're
my
athletic. They're
god.
going to give Milwaukee some problems here. Milwaukee's not playing good basketball right now. So right now it's a lean, but I got Toronto plus the 7.5.
Okay. Yeah, I mean I wouldn't be surprised if Toronto does get it done, but Milwaukee has got to be embarrassed off of that loss to Detroit. They've got to be embarrassed. So we'll see what happens, man. If you like Toronto, take them now. I wouldn't, I think that line was actually at 8.5, 8 yesterday, right? It could have been even higher than what it is now. So easily you are with the Sharps because you know how the Sharps will get to the lines early, right? So the Sharps are thinking Toronto here as well. So we'll see. I'm off that game. Next game we have on the slate, man, is hey, you know what? Guy on couch got these lines pretty accurate because they haven't moved much at all. This was early in the morning. We've got San Antonio Spurs at Boston. Right now, this line is at 7.5, still at 7.5. 221.5 is the current total. So it did, come down a hook from 222. Once again, there's no play for me on this game. I think you would just take Boston here, especially if you get news that DeJounte Murray or Lonnie Walker isn't playing, right? So it's one of those things to where you got to know if it's conditioning, you need those guys in. You need those guys in. So I don't know what you do here, but if I have a lean here, then it would be Boston. Boston, I would blindly take Boston here. But you don't know what you get out of Jaylen Brown either. One night, this guy puts up, I think, like the lowest percentage in shooting, where he shot like 1% or something. He's in the club for the lowest percentage of shooting, and then the next night he throws up like a 50 burger. Right. So this team is all over the place. I really don't have a gauge on this team, but I definitely don't like San Antonio right now. If you do get Lonnie Walker and DeJounte Murray, and that helps, but then there's a conditioning issue. So I'm going to also pause on this game. I don't have a play, but my lean would be Boston. What do you have?
Yeah, I think we do see Murray tonight. I think they held a couple guys out of the front end of that back-to-back for this game, but I don't want any action in this game. I think
Yeah.
Boston should get it done. I don't know if they win by 7.5. So yeah, I'm off this one. Not that interested in DFS either here.
Really? No player sound, no cheap players? Or do you think
Boston's pretty
Brown is
healthy now.
overpriced at this
San
point?
Antonio's pretty healthy. Jakob Pertl had a good day last night. Might have another good game here, but yeah, for the most part, I mean, these two teams, they're not going to play too fast. So
Yeah.
I'm just off this game in general.
I got you, man. I got you. I do not blame you for that. All right. No action on that game. Next game we have, man, is Golden State Warriors at the Dallas Mavericks. This line was at 5.5. It is now sitting at Golden State minus 6.5. The total has stayed the same at 213. I'm telling you, man, money is coming in on the Warriors. They're looking good now. They are looking good. Um, so is Dallas. Dallas hasn't looked too bad, especially with the unicorn not in. Um, I don't have a play here either. I don't have a play here because if you talk about a game that can be tricked off, this could be one of those games. Now, everybody's pretty much sick for Dallas, right? You've got Willie Cauley-Stein still out. You've got Isaiah Thomas who's out. Trey Burke is questionable, right? So he's conditioning. He's going through his whole conditioning problem. So that COVID has made its run through Dallas, and now people are starting to possibly come back, or still in the middle of them coming back. But Golden State, man, they are healthier, and they are anticipating Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson coming back, man. I mean, he's more closer now than ever before. So we'll see what happens. I think these guys do get up today. I don't have any action on this game, but I have a strong lean to Golden State. But the line is short, and it's short for a reason, if you ask me. So right now, no action, lean Golden State. What do you got?
Yeah, I think I'm all over Golden State here. Dallas has looked okay the last couple games, but I mean, a couple of those wins aren't that impressive as far as just a resume goes.
Mm-hmm.
You've got them Good win against Denver. They beat OKC. They get beat up by Indiana, and they got a decent win against Memphis. I mean, you take the one game out of Golden State's last 5 where they didn't have Draymond against Denver, and I mean they're beating they're beating the top teams in the league right now. They got Miami by 7. They got Utah by 7. They got Phoenix by 9.
Mm-hmm.
They got Memphis by 9. So they're playing good ball. They've got to be hyped up getting Clay back here coming soon. So
Mm-hmm.
-5.5, man. That's a short line for the Warriors this year. So I'm probably going to be all over the Warriors here by the end of the day.
Yeah. You think you're going to get any more? I mean, it's jumped up a point, right? You think you'll get any more movement? You think it'll go up a little higher?
No, I don't think anybody's going to get ruled out. I think it's probably you might lose another half a point if you wait, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, Warriors should get it done here tonight.
All right, man. Yeah. I do not knock it at all. So we'll see. Yeah, next game we have OKC at Minnesota. This line is Minnesota -8. Total on this game is 213.5. Not too much movement there. But you're getting just about all your people back, right? Everybody's questionable for OKC. SGA, Lou Dort, Darius Baisley. Man, these guys are all quite, they weren't on the injury report, right? And the same thing from Minnesota. You got D'Angelo, you got Cat, questionable for conditioning. I think these guys all get up, man. I think they're all going to get up today. And if they all get up, I'm telling you, man, it's weird, but I like OKC here. I like OKC here, man. I'm telling you, it's just one of those games. It's a get right game. Minnesota's been playing pretty tough, but I think Minnesota doesn't. I just don't really like the whole Cat Edwards D'Lo thing. I don't like that whole experiment right now. So if you ask me, I think you put SGA, Lou Dort back on there. You give Baisley some
Dort
love.
out.
They're out.
Dort is
out. Okay.
But SGA should be back.
Okay, so SGA is back, and then you got Daisley back, right?
Yeah.
Darius Baisley. Okay. Without Lou Dort, man, that kind of changes my mind. But I'm still leaning there. So we'll see. I don't have an official on that game as well, but my lean on that game would be probably OKC. That's funny. But like we say, man, we talk about this early morning, show to where you really are kind of toggling which way you're going to go in the beginning, right? Because there's so many moving parts, so many things happening. Who do you like? Any sides, DFS, or totals here?
Yeah, I think I'm with you here on OKC. I'd be shocked if Towns plays. That guy has conditioning issues when he's not coming off of COVID. So I'd be, really shocked if he's ready to play tonight. So I think we do get Russell back for Minnesota. But 8 points, I mean, that's kind of been OKC's story all year is they get these lines against them and they just keep games close enough. They don't win them, but they're in them. So SGA back, 8 points against Minnesota, who's a bottom 5 team in the NBA as well. So, I mean, you got to be crazy to give 8 points to Minnesota right now. So
I know, man. That's what I'm saying. I know that's a large spread, bro. That is large. I mean, Minnesota can run up and down the court. It really seems like they get up for their opponents or whatever their competition is. But I mean, OKC is just a sneaky, tricky team. They can catch you sleeping, right? They can catch you. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see this number go down. I'm looking at the line movement now, man. It was at 7.5, or at 8.5, actually. 8.5 last night. So this is quietly coming down. While we're talking, I'm now seeing it at 7.5. Wow. While we were talking this game out, it is now at 7.5. That's crazy. So we'll see what happens with this game. Guy on couch cut you off, Bray.
I know. It's all good.
What was you gonna say?
I was gonna say we're swaying the betters here.
Like, listen, man, I'm gonna beat this like a dead horse, Brad. You've got to play props. You've got to play props. The money's with the props. They're heavily juiced, but if you're gonna win more than you lose, it's probably gonna be on the prop side. Maybe until about next month, right? Maybe about February, or maybe after the All-Star break, and you have a couple months to make your money back that you lost all in the end of last year and the beginning of these first 2 months. But the prop market is the market right now. It's got to be. If you're not playing props, then you're losing out on some good, potential revenue.
Yeah,
Next
prize
game we
picks right
have, man.
now, especially with the COVID. If you go in, you memorize that board in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
and when the COVID news comes out, you've got a good 5-10 minute window there before they take players down, and you can just capitalize off the news.
That's crazy. And I think that's what a lot of good cappers are doing, man. That's what they're doing, bro. They're capitalizing on that, that dead time to where you get that injury. But everything is so sudden. I've never seen these injury reports this kind of shady. I mean, it was like that the last 2 seasons. It was like that ever since COVID started. But it just seems like it is a dumpster fire that progresses each month. So we don't age it. We'll see what happens though. But the prop market is the market. Atlanta at Sacramento game right now is Sacramento -1. Total on this game is 229.5. I'm telling you right now, I don't want to play this game. Have you seen Atlanta's injury report?
Yeah, everybody's questionable.
It's insane, bro. It's insane. So yeah, I don't have any play on this game at all. Who do you like here?
I don't know. I probably won't bet this game. They're sounding like they want to rest Trae Young. Sacramento's off a back-to-back, though. I don't trust them here. So, yeah, I got no play in this one. It should be a good DFS spot, though, for whoever does end up playing.
Yeah, I don't have a play on this game at all. I do not have a play. I could care less about this game. Sacramento just got their feelings hurt to the Lakers yesterday. Wouldn't be surprised if Atlanta comes out and just smacks them. All right, man. So no play, no official play. All right, next game we have here on deck is Utah Jazz at Denver Nuggets. This line right now is Denver +4.5 home dogs against the Jazz. Total on this game is 222.5. I'll tell you right now, man, call me crazy, Denver here. I like Denver to at least cover. Utah is winning games, but they're not covering spreads. Not covering spreads at all. So I'm telling you right now, last 10, 2-7-1 against the spread. That's the Utah Jazz. 2-7-1. Denver is quietly 5-5. So looking at the line movement on this game, this line also, man, 6, bro. It was at 6 last, and it's starting to slowly creep down. Slowly creep down. So I'll tell you now, I do like Denver. Heavy lean on Denver. Are you with me, Corey?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Got a little lag.
It's been a little glitchy. We almost lost battery here. So apologize for the technical difficulties. Still learning how to navigate and do the show on the whim. But yeah, I was picking the Utah Jazz game and the Denver game. I think Denver gets it done here. The line was at 6 last night. It has crept down to 4.5. Might have lost some juice here, but I'm telling you, I still like Denver here. I think Denver can get it done. I had liked Jazz. Remember, we had talked about this when the Jazz played their last game. Jazz had played against, let me make sure that game is right, New Orleans, right? And I was heavy on Jazz first quarter. That was Jazz first quarter -3. They had lost that quarter 23-24, and then first half. I'm telling you, man, it's one of those things, in my opinion, to where Jazz will win games, but they can't cover the spreads. And so I'm under the impression that Denver, being a better team at home, they both play in elevation, right? So the elevation is not really key of an issue to me, but I think Denver can at least keep this close. Now, you might have lost that steam at the -6, but for what it's worth, man, I think Denver can outright win this game, period. So I do like Denver. It's a heavy lean on Denver. I probably should get to the window, pretty soon on this game because we have seen some heavy line movement here. Heavy lean on Denver tonight. I think they can win outright against Utah. What do you like here?
Yeah, I was looking back to the last time they played. Utah got a nice little win there at home, but I'm probably off this game as far as betting it. I know Joker does have good success against Utah because Gobert doesn't want to come that far from the basket to defend him. On the other end, though, Joker doesn't move his feet fast enough for those lobs to Gobert. So they usually both have pretty good success against each other. Utah's injury report's pretty interesting right now. I know we got 4 or 5 guys probable, 2 or 3 that are still questionable. On the road, yeah. I mean, I don't want to bet against Utah right now, even though they're not covering the spreads.
Right.
But yeah, this is a no bet for me here. It should be a good game though. These are 2 teams that are both starting to catch stride. So
yeah, man. What that injury report is telling, and I'm thinking these guys go from questionable to out, from probable to out, right? I think it's just like that. I honestly do. When you see that line movement happen like that really, really early, that's telling in its own, right? The public's not even getting to it just yet. So we will see. We will honestly see who sits out this game. But this is one of those games to where I could just take Denver money line here. But that's if I start losing too much value in the spread. But for right now, it's a heavy lean on Denver. Utah does not give a fuck about spreads. It's telling. So we'll see. Right now, it's a heavy lean Denver. Next game we have on the slate, man, is Brooklyn Nets at Indiana Pacers. -8 for Brooklyn. 220.5 is the total. That is still there. We have Kyrie Irving playing tonight. Brooklyn off of a loss is pretty good. I think at one time they were like 6-0 or 7-0 coming off of a loss, and then that just recently changed, I believe. Yeah, because they've lost the last 3. Brooklyn looks like shit right now. They look like complete and utter shit. Pacers, if Brooklyn looks like shit, then Pacers look like heavy shit, right? Pacers have no backcourt right now. None. And Brooklyn has a backcourt. Pacers has a front court. Brooklyn doesn't really have a front court, right? Nick Claxton gives you your size. LaMarcus Aldridge gives you size. But I was listening to a podcast yesterday to where, Nick Claxton is tall, but he's not big. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that, but he gets pushed around as a big, So it's 2 opposite games going on. I don't have a play here, even though I think Brooklyn can get it done. But this is a game to where it's a lot of points. Indy just comes off of a loss. Right. So, New York smacked them. I mean, Barrett and Randall put up 62 points, and that was without Rose in the game. I mean, New York is missing some set pieces. They didn't have Rose. They didn't have Kemba Walker. Right. And they still get it done. So 8 is a lot of points. That's telling in itself. I'm going to look at this line movement here and just see if that kind of went down. The line movement on this game. Yeah. Yeah, bro. This line was at 6.5 yesterday. And now we're sitting at 8. So we'll see, man. It's either Brooklyn or nothing for me here, but you also want to see how Kyrie plays back. He's implemented back into the system. We'll see what goes on here. No play, lean on Brooklyn. What do you have?
Yeah, I got an official play on Brooklyn here.
Wow.
I know they've been off, and I've been, playing against them and playing against them well here with the Durant coming back into that Harden mix. I think Kyrie probably plays 20 minutes tonight. I don't expect him to push him too far. But if there was ever a get right spot, it's against Indiana right now. So Sabonis played monster minutes, 39 minutes last night. Turner, 33 minutes. They don't have the front court or the back court. The Nets also, they're one of those teams they've got so much, expectation attached to them that sometimes you gotta get up and get a win just to calm everybody down. So I do think the Nets get right here. 8 points shouldn't be a big deal. So yeah, Brooklyn -8 right now. My official play.
Okay, I like it, man. I do like it. That's my lean. We'll see what this line does, but it has gone up. So if anything, it might just keep going up once the public really gets involved here. So okay, for you, official pick Brooklyn -8. All right, next game on the books: Detroit Pistons and Charlotte Hornets. I think we talked about this game, or I was talking about this game first. This one actually has moved a lot. Not a lot as far as the line, but it has moved quickly. Right now, this line is at -10. It was at -9. I'm going to tell you, man, this game also started off as a 9.5 last night, is already at 10. Total on this game is 228. Detroit fooled everybody against Milwaukee, man. But it's Detroit, right? I think maybe the Cade Cunningham news is a good sign. I mean, you implement him in, you activate him, he's pretty good to go. Charlotte coming off that loss to Washington, 124-121. Charlotte at home is pretty good, and we still know that they're a second half team. But I don't have a -10. -10, bro. I mean, that's a lot. That seems like a lot. So, there's no play on this game for me. That's a huge spread for Charlotte. That's a pretty large spread for Charlotte. One of the largest ones I've seen, actually. If I'm looking right now at their last spreads, yeah, this is their largest one in their last 10, right? They were even -8 against Houston. So -10 here, yeah, I don't know, man. This is a game that I'm just probably step off and maybe live bet here, right? If you're going to take it, you look at Charlotte being the first half team they are and how terrible they are, and you take Detroit. And then they just turn it up second half. But 10 points is a lot of points, man. Who do you like here?
Man, Detroit's a hard team to get a read on because they lose to the bad teams. They lose to the Knicks. They lose to Houston.
Mm-hmm.
But somehow in between those, they get a 10-point win over Miami and then the 9-point win at Milwaukee. So they seem to be playing better against the good teams. I'm not giving 10 with Charlotte here.
I know.
I'm also not going to bet money on Detroit. So this is a no play for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't be shocked at all if this is a 4-6, 2-point kind of game. I would have very little confidence in Charlotte covering a 10-point spread here.
Are the Charlotte players too expensive in DFS for this game?
Yeah, man. They all, that's the problem with DraftKings is that when guys are injured, the other players get priced up real quickly, and then they don't readjust when guys come back. So it's starting to happen for a lot of teams now that are getting healthy, where just everybody is just 9,000, 8,500, and these guys should be, 6,500. So, the good thing, you usually want to play against Charlotte because Charlotte's just going to push the pace so much,
mm-hmm.
and their players are already priced accordingly. The guys playing against them are not. Detroit usually isn't in those pace up spots that they're going to get tonight. So, the Cade Cunninghams, Sadiq Bey, even Diallo should all be good plays here tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, good DFS plays potentially, but yeah, I mean, but from a side, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And even 227 is a lot. I'm telling you right now, I've got a huge lean on the under in this game. I don't think that if you're giving Charlotte 10 points, right, then that's telling me they're going to play fast. And I don't know if Detroit can make that many buckets. I don't know. I mean, I know what they did to Milwaukee, but at the same token, 228 is a lot. I'm going to look right now at the total for this. I think this total had actually gone down a little bit. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the total here is kind of crazy. Yeah, 228. Okay, so it was at 228 and a half on yesterday, and it's gone down a hook. So we'll see. We will see, man. How I think that the right side on this game is about 226. Detroit was allowing 105. Charlotte is allowing 121. Right, so their opponent scoring on both ends is 226, and then their scoring combined is 217. So I think the 228. I wouldn't be surprised if this game goes under. And so you know what? Make it official. Make it official. Official play under 228. Under 228. Game total under 228. Detroit at Charlotte under 228. That's an official play for me. Yeah, man. We have another game on the slate here, which is a crazy game, in my opinion. That is Miami at Portland. This line right now it was started at a -1 Portland, total being 216.5. It is now a pick 'em. It is now a pick 'em. I'm thinking you get reason why you get the -1 is because you possibly have Dame time coming back, right? And then once again, you thought Atlanta was bad. Portland's Miami is another team, man. Another team that's just missing just about everybody. We still put out an APB on Marcus Morris because I swear to God, I don't know if Markieff is with us here or not. I don't know if this guy is like literally missing or not, bro. But we have not seen him since Denver. We have not seen bro, man, since Denver. But you've got everybody out. You got your bigs out. So now you're leaving it in the hands of yours truly, Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson and other set pieces. So I don't like this game because we know what's going on in Portland. They don't play defense. This total is also mysteriously low for me for a team that does not play defense. But it's now starting to move towards Miami's end. Wouldn't be surprised if Portland becomes a home dog by the end of the day before tip-off. Who do you like here? I hate this game. I'll tell you now. Nothing about this game that I like at all. What you looking at?
Man, I'm looking at Miami here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why Portland's -1. They already ruled Lillard out. So you got no Lillard, you got no McCollum. I mean, I guess Nurkic is going to play, so that's good for you. But, I mean, outside of that Atlanta game, and we all know what Atlanta looks like right now, they've been getting smacked by everybody. So, I mean, I can't. I know we don't have Jimmy Butler tonight. We don't have Bam still. But Miami should be able to get this done. Lowry, Hero, year 7. I mean, these guys should be able to get this win here. So, yeah, right now my lean's Miami. And, yeah, I just got – Portland just doesn't bring much to the table right now without their weapons.
Yeah, man. So you do show Dame out for sure.
Yeah, it says let's double check that.
Because I have
Wednesday against the Heat.
Okay.
Abdominal still.
Yeah. So if he's out and you got Nurkic in, I mean, you got to – what? Is Simon's going to give you another 43 points?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
And also, for as banged up as Miami is, they do play defense. I know Portland got into that run and gun against Atlanta, who doesn't like to play any D, but I mean, we got a Miami team here that's gonna, Lowry's not just gonna let you. You're not scoring 43 on the guy, man.
Right.
So yeah, I think Miami. I'll probably end up locking that in by the end of the day, but Miami is the heavy lean right now.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. I looked at that and I was like, I mean, at this point, you really can't start talking trap games, right? But that was just like, what in the hell that the books see that I don't see, right? Why in the hell is Portland, favored over any team? I don't care how banged up you are. But yeah, to your point, you got those three players, right? You don't have any bigs, but you got Kyle Lowry, you got Robinson, and your potential six man. I don't know if he's still there. Tyler Hero. Why is this team favored against Miami? I didn't get it. So I'm off of it, but heavy lean on Miami. I do believe they can still get it done, man. And that is the slate. Huge slate today, man. Lot of potential plays, a lot of leans for us. Hey, we should probably just be playing our leans because our leans are hitting, dude. Our leans are hitting. They're definitely hitting. So my official play right now that I am stepping on Detroit versus Charlotte under 228. I'm going to lock that in. And I'm playing Kyle Kuzma, 4 assists and Washington win, -105. Those are my 2 official plays. What do you have?
Official play, we got Brooklyn -8 right now. So other than that, we got a bunch of leans that I'll probably get to later in the day. But as far as officials go, we're going to go Brooklyn here to get it right the ship here against Indiana.
Got you, man. Got you. 3 plays. I'm surprised we still give out officials. It's kind of crazy how it works. But yeah, other than that, man, that is your show for today, man. We appreciate you watching and viewing. We will be back again on tomorrow. Less technical difficulties, better looking faces. It's time for me to get a shave, bro. It's time for me. But with this Omicron, this Omarion variant kicking in, I might just have to grow my patchy beard for a little bit, bro. I don't know. It's getting crazy out there in these streets, bro.
Oh yeah.
Until tomorrow, man. Have a good day, everybody watching. Y'all be easy.